Hey basketball players, today I am going to be breaking down Luka Doncic's shooting form. Luka Doncic is one of the best shooters, in my opinion, in the NBA, so there's not really many players who are better to break down. So if you're looking to shoot like Luka Doncic or looking to improve your shooting form, better check out this video. Let's get down, let's check out Luka Doncic's shooting form. Okay, so first what we see is he is obviously a right-handed player and he has his right foot in front of his left. What this is going to do for you is allow you to have a nice straight shot, at least from the base, because what we want is for this foot to go through the knees. Now his knees do tend to camber in just a bit, but that's okay. In line with the elbow, in line with the ball. Now, what we see here, when he goes up, obviously the camera moves, which is fantastic, but what we see in a future video or in the future clip is that this is all in line, which is perfect. But what this clip gives us is some close-up insight into how his shooting form on his upper body really is like. So what we have here is his arm is not at a 90 degree when it comes to being out in front, but it actually is quite close to 90, but the elbow is lifted. What is this doing for us? Now, with Luka Doncic, as we can see, we do have some space between the palm and the ball, which is great. We can see that with the shadow. And then from there, he has that ball over his right forehead. And what does this tell us? Well, we all know that Luka Doncic was a pro basketball player when he was really young. And what this is going to do for us, or for you, is to help you get your shot blocked a little bit less. So this does, having your arm back, does give you a little bit more strength when it comes to distance. However, it's sometimes for some players will cut down on accuracy, but we obviously don't see that issue with Luka Doncic. Now, what we have here is a very high arcing shot. He releases that ball really high and he has a nice flick on his wrist. Now, we can't really see it with this clip, but it does look like he does shoot off his forefinger and his middle finger both at the same time, because his hand comes out towards the side. Now for some players that could hinder your accuracy. You really want it to come off your middle finger because that's the longest finger on your hand. However, at the same time, we don't see that issue with Luka Doncic. And he's not shooting with two hands or a thumb. His left hand releases from that ball and he does not flick that thumb. Now, when he releases that ball, he keeps his hand up for 1 to 2 seconds and then he drops it, which is fine. What you want to have is a release, and you want to leave your hand up there just so that the ball continues in its flight with the way you would like it, because if you pull your hand down too fast, you may be pulling it down when the ball is still touching your hand, which is going to then hinder its ability to go too far, could hinder the ability for the backspin, but also the accuracy as well. Now in this next clip, what we are seeing here is his hips are in line with his heels, which is okay, which is what we would like to see. And when he goes up from this angle, it does look like his foot is in line with his elbow. If this camera was at a better angle, we would probably also see the ball in line as well. But obviously this is from a what looks to be 45-degree angle out, and we would want to be here to see this shot. But I can pretty well assume that that is all in line. Now, the only issue I would have with this shot is that his knees do come in, but we don't see that a ton when he's in game, only when he is wide open. We also see the knees come in when he is taking a fadeaway or a deep fadeaway shot. For some players, having the knees come in like this will give them extra power, but other players, it could also decrease your range as well. So I would really try to focus on your knees being straight towards the baskets, or at least going over top of your toes. Now when he catches that ball, he brings it down to his shooting pocket. For some players, the shooting pocket's going to be over here. The reason is because that gives you a straight line up to your shot. Starting from this side could hinder your speed to get the ball off, but at the same time, some players will be faster from the middle as well. So it all comes down to timing, and if you would like to time yourself, record yourself and see which shot is actually faster. Try to get a camera that can do 60 frames per second or more, which is pretty much any new iPhone. Now when we see Luka Doncic dribble into his shot, he goes left foot, right foot first, which is pretty standard for a right-handed player, and he still has those knees together. And going up for his shot, his elbow is underneath that ball, pointing towards the rim, and it does for sure go off the pointer and middle finger. And of course, he has a really nice shot, but he did miss it there. Now, I hope that this insight into Luka's shooting form helps you as a basketball player. Of course, go check out the link down below if you would like me to analyze your shot. Anyways, I'll see you guys again next time.